All right. Hey, I'm here with Antoine Davis. Antoine, let me officially welcome you to Atlanta and to Atlanta Hustle. We're really excited to have you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really excited to be a part of this community. I've just met a small part of it, and it's been great so far.
Yeah. So for the folks at home who don't know, you've recently moved to Atlanta and kind of getting your feet wet in the community. Why don't you tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you went to college?
He's from Arlington, Virginia, and went to Virginia Tech for 5 years. Then immediately after Virginia Tech, moved to San Francisco. Um, and recently, during this whole pandemic, moved back East Coast.
And what did you study and like what kind of work are you into?
Basically, I kind of I thought I was going to be a doctor, then kind of switched to um, physical therapy. Then I wanted to become a personal trainer. So I really just got a biology degree. In the middle of college, I became a personal trainer, then wanted to continue after that. So then later added on to that, became a sports performance coach, nutritionist. Now I'm actually heading towards life coaching as well.
All right, cool. Well, so we know you were a 2019 All-Star. Tell us a little bit about your playing career in the AUDL or just your playing career in general.
Yeah, I actually had, I was in, I believe it was 2016 or 15 or 14. I actually was a emergency hire per se for the DC Breeze.
Okay.
They four of their big men went down, and that was also kind of a year. It was weird because I took that year off from frisbee, and my friends were playing yo, you gotta come help us out. And I had a brief stint with that, but I loved the experience with that. So I actually went to the MLU for the 2 years. Then when I moved to San Francisco, continued my pro career with the AUDL, and got really lucky with getting connected with a lot of great players out there in the Bay Area. They taught me up, and I was able to pretty much explode immediately.
Mm-hmm. So you know Byron Liu and Michael Spear?
For sure. Oh, those are my boys.
They used to wear the purple jerseys. Yeah, we had that time there.
Yeah, I heard some talks of maybe some of them moving back, but
that would be great. An Atlanta reunion team, come and wipe the floor with everybody.
Yeah, that would be a great team.
So you got to play in the first 2019 All-Star Game. What was that like?
It was a dream come true. As a kid, you always kind of see the All-Star games of every other sport. And when I started, kind of making a name for myself in ultimate, I pictured something like that and what would it look like. And pretty much the AUDL brought the vision to fruition, and it was awesome. It's probably, I would say, top 3 ultimate games I've ever played in, and it was so easy to cut for people. There's a couple throws I was unprepared for, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you were obviously open." I was like, "I did not think that at all." But yeah, extremely fun, and also it was with such. Another thing was that there was a lot of elite players, so I thought there was going to be a lot of egos, but it was none of that. It was just nothing but camaraderie and friendship, almost automatically built in, and it was great. Yeah,
I know that's one of the goals of the league with that event is to try to bring together players from different teams and kind of build that network. So that's great to hear. And you made a big play in that game, right?
Yeah, I made the biggest one I made was I ended up tying the game together, and it was funny how that turned out because I was supposed to be throwing. I thought I was supposed to be throwing that throw because most people expect me to be catching that throw. So I thought I would pull 2 people under, but Kevin Brown just had the disc, and I was too far away from him, so I just kind of floated away from everybody. And he saw me and just sniped me in. I was lucky to get my feet in.
Yeah, and you caught out, you towed in the front of the goal, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty good at towing stuff in, but I don't. It looked even closer because Bo basically tackled me to try to get the D. But yeah, it was just a beautiful throw by Kevin Brown. So easy to tow in.
it's a storybook ending to go to overtime in the first All-Star game. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, why don't we, I guess, finish off with just kind of letting people know like what style of player you are, like what role you play, what you like to do.
Yeah. So for most of my career, I've been a defensive player, but the last 2 years, Revolver, San Jose, and the Flamethrowers really try to groom me as an offensive player. And so I've really taken that to heart over the past year. So basically my role in most teams is to go score big goals and go get it big unders. And so that usually means I initiate the plays and get the ball rolling for players. And if we so happen to turn it over, they look to me for my defensive abilities because I'm naturally a defensive player to try to go get it back. So that's where I kind of naturally fit in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So are there any players in the Atlanta area you're really looking forward to getting on the field with?
Yeah, there's 3 players I've been lucky to throw the disc around with and do a couple of drills with during this pandemic, and it's been with Matt Smith, Jakeem Polk, and Austin. And just from playing with Matt Smith a bit and seeing his gameplay, he dominates in areas where I actually do pretty poorly in. So I think we're going to have a synergistic play style because he's able to take over in places I wouldn't be able to take over, and then vice versa. So that's exciting to play with. And also the athleticism from the other 2 players. I think I have a great ability of throwing to people who also have great jumping abilities. So putting in spaces for them so they can just be the athletes that they are is really exciting to be a part of. Oh, and I'm really excited for playing with Miranda as well because I've heard she's a great player coach and helping develop players, helping them find ways to really fit in systems. And I think I've missed that over the past 2 years. And I really got playing with Mike Payne with the San Francisco Revolver and really getting that a lot of attention from him really boosted me that 2017 year. And to get a player of similar status, a coach of similar status is something I'm really excited for. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about or anything about Atlanta you want to, ask us?
I was actually surprised how friendly everyone is. I feel like in growing up in DC and having 4 years in San Francisco, there's kind of people keep kind of their arms distance away from people, or just like maybe there's some skepticism around meeting people. But here, people are just like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like kind of in your face about it, and it's just like sometimes pretty overwhelming. But like I remember my first grocery trip here, the workers at the grocery store, I swear, like 7 or 8 people of them just like, "Hey, do you need anything? Do you need help?" I was like, "Oh, just like no." Like usually I'm in that like grocery store with my headphones on, kind of jamming out the music, and I had like repeatedly keep on taking out my headphones, and it was like by the 5th one, I was like, "All right, people are just gonna talk to me now."
Too much.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a good problem. So welcome to have it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're excited to have you. You seem like a great guy. We know you're a great player, so I think it's going to be a good fit both on and off the field.
Yeah, I'm really excited and glad to get the opportunity to meet the rest of the community.